And once YouTube gives me a good preview, all right, it says we're live. Good, rock and roll. Should get some people dropping in, but
Yeah, I'll get it. Checking on my end. Oh, yeah, we're live, I think.
yeah, excellent. Got a Pardus. Hey.
Hello.
Might be a bit late for heaven. We're starting later than usual. But
Hmm.
oh, there he
Oh,
is!
no.
All right.
Consistent as ever.
Oh, hey Dom. That's my best friend. We have matching tattoos. He has the same one as me.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Here, I'll give you a better. Well, you actually can't see it because I'm not sharing my video over Discord, but I guess you can see it little tiny in the
cool.
OBS window. So that's the X-Bat. It's X-Men and Batman combined. Batman
Gotcha.
is me. X-Men is him.
I actually just watched X-Men 97 finally. I've been on a little bit of an X-Men kick lately, so I got
nice.
to it.
I've only watched the first couple of episodes, but I do have both Dark Claw Adventures and Legends of the Dark
cool.
Claw on my wall, framed, from the 96 or 97, whatever year that was, Amalgam series.
It's awesome. My dad has a lot of different comic strips framed in his office back at home.
Nice. Yeah,
I don't really have as much here, but I got like a
everything-
Nausicaa poster back there if you can see it.
Everything else up here on this little thing I got, and we're just gonna kill time for a minute, is I've got another X-Bat over there that one of my friends made. That's like an embroider that she made for me. The 3 paintings, the bat, the snake, and the I can never remember what nebula it is, but that's like the first JWST photo. Those are all paintings that my partner did for me. That Tyranitar was purchased at some convention that Dom went to. Legends of the Dark Claw I've had since I was a little kid. Bought that on a free comic book day hanging out with Dom. That is a gift from a friend. And that I bought at a GP a while back. That's a Mark Poole Island print.
It's a really cool wall, like selection on the wall.
It's got fun stuff. But yeah, I got both of the Dark Claws, Dom, both framed. Fear not. And a bat skeleton with ears. Although I hate all these like Halloween skeleton things that have like weird, inaccurate anatomy. But all right, we've killed enough time. It's playoffs time. We got 2 hours. Well, maybe not 2 hours, but a lot of time, or a lot of matches to watch.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Who knows how much time to actually do it? But so this is the beginning. This is the season 13 playoffs, week 1. We got the 2 divisions, aquatic and terrestrial. 8 matches to get through altogether. Let's go ahead and get it started. We got Steve and Braff, the season 1 and season 2 champions from way back in the day. Late 2020 and early 2021. We've been doing this a long time now. Braff was just starting high school when we started.
Oh, wow.
And he's now starting college.
Wow.
I have not watched these sets. So this I'm going into this is old style playoff stream, not weekly heat. We're watching it all, and I have not watched it ahead of time.
The heat is in the live reactions.
Ideally. Unless it's a bunch of stompings. But that's kind of heat also, actually.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that the baby team has made it to playoffs is really exciting in the first place for B-Braff.
Yeah. And then
I'm very excited to see what's going to do here. I mean, especially against Steve, who's been really dominant over this season, especially with Rhyperior and Hippopotas.
Brutal. Yeah.
Zakor, yeah.
Yeah, the Rhyperior has just been a menace for teams to try and fight through. Both Steve and Sly's Rhyperiors, and Steve has the nice sand mode to go with it of the fast Houndstone. Yeah, baby Braff, now big boy Braff, and Braff keeping it alive with the all Eviolite team.
Hmm.
Turns out that Pokemon that were never meant to have evolutions, like Sneasel, Duraludon, Ursaring, and Scyther, are good when you give them evolutions.
I mean, graduating from baby Braff to big boy Braff, the baby obviously still not completely left behind with his team. I think it's a sign of respect, maybe.
Yeah, one last one last go before he puts childish things behind and drafts
Yeah.
adult Pokemon.
I don't know. Staring at that Duraludon looks pretty adult to me. That thing is that's definitely
Yeah, I
threatening.
mean, until a year ago, or whenever that DLC came out, I don't know. It was a fully evolved Pokemon, but yeah, both teams have been fun to watch over the season. Braff's had Scyther showed up a number of times as an excellent closer, protect the queen type stuff going on. Whereas
Hmm.
Steve has done a lot more like get out strong, get a KO or two, and then bring in the Rhyperior to be an unkillable wall. And if I'm being honest, I would be surprised if that's not kind of how this goes. Because while there is some offense, right, in
Yeah.
Ursaring, in Scyther, in Haunter to a degree, a good Terra type on that Rhyperior, and it's going to be very difficult for Braff's relatively modest offenses to get through those defenses.
Yeah, that's going to be the main thing to get past Rhyperior's defenses. I mean, even before it Terras, unless you're ready to commit like a Terra Blast, you don't really have that much that's going to be hitting it for that 4 times effectiveness. I mean, I think Haunter probably gets Energy Ball. I'm not completely sure. Um,
Probably, yeah, I think it does.
and then, obviously Basculin, but outside of those two, I mean, you have Sneasel Hisui, which can hit with close combat, but I doubt that's even going to be doing that much with Solid Rock as an option as well. It's just going to be tough to get through, and with a special defense, benefit from Sandstorm as well. Even those like normal high power like Shadow Balls and whatnot that you might try to take down, just whittle over time. It's not going to be doing much. So I'm interested to see how Braff, tries to get past this big threat.
Yeah, me as well. Let's go ahead and fire up this first battle here. Let me get this going. All right, so we got no Scyther out of Braff.
Hmm. No
A
Sneasel
couple of
either.
potential, yeah, no Sneasel either. Potential special attackers in Haunter and Duraludon
Hmm.
versus, for the most part, the Mons Steve has been bringing basically the whole season. Cacturn is interesting to show up as. I mean, there hasn't been a ton of times when Steve's actually brought it, and with Scyther being potentially something that Braff was likely to bring, I'm surprised to see the Grass Dark type there.
Yeah, but he
But
loves to have it here against the two ghost types, especially now.
yeah,
It
two
has
two
has good
ghost
coverage to it.
resistances.
Hmm.
Oh, this is actually the first time Cacturn has come. Is in
Oh yeah,
playoffs apparently.
first
So,
time. Wow.
all right, let's go ahead and fire this up. We do have 20 something, 30 something battles to get through. I don't know, like a bunch to watch. So we got just
Immediate Terror Dragon.
yeah, raw dog it in, Terra Dragon, get the Dragon Cheer and just start critical hits,
Okay,
Draco
so we're
Meteor
running
spam.
Scope Lens
Yeah, so we're
right
just
into Trick
fishing
Room.
for crits forever. Steve sets up the trick room. Probably could very well then be Fluffy rather than Sand Rush. Um, Although maybe you just don't bring the sand, and then Houndstone is a medium speed mon that does fine in trick room.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
let's see how this goes. So presumably the Duraludon just going to keep spamming Draco Meteors.
yeah,
If Steve's got a Terra Fairy, wouldn't be surprised to see that come out at some point. Some point here pretty soon. But yeah,
Yeah, that did over 50% with just one mystical power. Now you have the boost as well. You're slower.
Yeah, we're gonna stall a little bit of trick room. The knockoff into the protect is rough. If this had been like a spore into the Rhyperior, that could have been pretty nice.
Ooh,
Um,
okay, so safety goggles to ignore the rage powder there.
oh yeah, yeah, good, nice notice. Yeah, on the Rhyperior, and then the Cacturn obviously doesn't care about the rage powder, so
Yeah, this Toad Scroll's not going to be doing much on the field now.
yeah, and probably just not enough offense left for Braff in this game one. Maybe the Ursa Ring comes in or something like that, but yeah, this is not gonna. Nope, we got Haunter as our fourth. Sucker punch it down to a
And the
sash.
stash. Did
Shadow
decent
Ball.
damage with the Shadow Bell, yeah.
Yeah, decent,
Not
but
quite enough to take it out though.
yeah, Toad School really showing its bulk, but a nice switch just to get some differential rub-ins there for
Yeah.
for Steve on that last turn, and game one goes to Steve. Um, Unsurprisingly, Rhyperior with a good Terra type was in fact strong in that match, and Braff had to find some offense, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Cheer, Terra Dragon, Draco Meteors with a scope lens to just try and output enough damage, and not even being able to KO the Mesprit on that hit is rough. Like that's
Yeah. I think the main issue there is it didn't have enough offense, to take out Mestrit, but it also doesn't have enough defense to survive those hits without that Eviolite, which is definitely what it wanted to do.
yeah,
Taking 50% from Mesprit right then just it hurts.
yeah. It's a rough one, but we can go ahead and get this second game up here. Adjustments. I think Steve is likely to just if he's got like dragon type answers. I think, but like a Terra Fairy somewhere, like maybe on a Terra Fairy play rough on this Houndstone, something like that. That might be a good way to like just just hedge against that offense a little bit more. But I mean, solid switches and a couple of good protects, and living that Draco Meteor to get the Trick Room up was a pretty solid play for Steve in game one. What do we think? What do we think Braff is wanting to do here for
I think
some kind of
if
adjustment?
Draco Lock is running screens, we might see screens coming next game, just so that you can have your big threats survive longer. Um, Speed control once you went in Trick Room, Duraludon's at like this mid-speed tier, and with the slow threats in it, it's in Trick Room, it's not gonna be doing that much. So you definitely want to make sure that you're going first if you are in Trick Room, which probably is like the Ursa Ring's probably the slowest threat on that team. If it's
You're the
guts boosted,
Toad School, but sure.
yeah,
Yeah, of the oh no, yeah, Ursa Ring even slower. Yeah, you nailed it. Or at
yeah,
least potentially slower, right?
potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, could always have quick feet, but I think you'd at least have some Trick Room
yeah.
answer here.
And I think Heaven's right. I don't think Toad School comes in game two. Like we saw the safety goggles, Cacturn coming, like
Hmm.
just solid attacks into it. Like it just was not doing enough
Yeah, I
to
agree.
justify a slot. So and the Dracloak being not as fast as the Braviary, maybe your screens might end up a little risky, but it could be a bulky or at least semi bulky Dracloak. You know, in terms of EVs at least. So maybe it lives, gets the screen up, and
Yeah.
then Braff can get something going. But
I
let's
think
see
with
how this
the
one
the
starts.
damage we saw Toad Scroll take, I think it's Eviolite, which means that
Yeah,
none of the other mons are gonna be running it.
yeah, probably the Eviolite there.
Yeah,
Potentially a protect to get the guts boost here, and with no lead, with no trick room lead here, I think getting the guts boost and setting Tailwind is going to be nice
yeah,
uh, to combat what seems to definitely be a Sand Rush lead, right? I mean, that's at least the implication with this lead that Steve wants Braff to think, if nothing else. But yeah, we get the
let's switch
Tailwind up.
out Protect Pack. So
Yeah, C and
overheat.
eject pack, and yeah, no protect, just seed bomb in, and Are we going to see a Flame Orb?
Interesting.
Also, no Flame Orb. So
So what is
no.
it? A nerf? No, we didn't see a
No,
nerf
it
go
didn't
off, right?
announce. Yeah, it didn't announce on. I'm sure it is guts. Just maybe I don't know. Just maybe like a value guts because you don't want a nerve or something like that. And
Hmm.
it's got oh well, it's got life orb. So we did see life orb there. So just going for that immediate life orb damage. Shadow Sneak, just get the rub ins there, but Haunter
So it's
lives.
a trade at least.
Yeah,
Sandstorm's gonna take it out.
yeah. Sandstorm's gonna finish it off. That's a trade you're pretty okay with, right? You trade your Haunter for the Houndstone,
Yeah,
sort of
now
mid
now you
offensive threat for a scary fast offensive threat. Multiple stab moves, in Poltergeist and Shadow Sneak. So
you definitely have the speed control with Tailwind up now, which is nice because Sam Rush was the only thing that was really rivaling it.
Draco Meteor definitely gonna take it out at 56% since it did
Hmm.
what 86 or 88 last time, something like that. Yeah, it could
With a
be.
critical hit though.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, even so, yeah, we got
Ooh,
the
survives at 3. That's pretty tough.
yeah. So now it's a neutered Duraludon versus the world here, and
So,
Yawn is a rough one to get revealed there at the end in the 2v1 situation.
ooh, the double protect too. That's tough because
Goes
you
for
can
the
still take it
triple.
out, but you know now it's just a matter of whittling down HP. And unless you get like a big crit, it's not going to really matter.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no Eviolite fighting on Steve's team, so this has definitely got to be bulky enough to take a Draco Meteor crit, right?
Yeah, I'd
But
think so. But yeah, that's the set, and
yeah, the only Mon standing at
Hippopotas
the end
got
of that second
gets the
game,
last kill. It's crazy.
Hippopotas, excellent, excellent work from the baby hippo. The
Hmm.
only weather setter not banned, or I think for the
No, they're like
Vulpixes,
Vulpix,
the
Vulpix
Vulpixes as
Lola.
well. Yeah,
There
okay, so
was
those two as well, but I don't think they got drafted.
I think there was at least one baby rain setter, maybe. I'm not sure what actually gets drizzle or not.
There
Other
are
than,
no baby rain setters.
no? Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah,
no rain.
yeah. Sand, sun, and snow, and the neither Vulpix got drafted. So this was the only one that got drafted, but and it's
I mean,
making it into the second round of playoffs. We have another
it's been
Steve
doing great.
Championship potentially occurring.
Yeah, Steve took the training weights after getting into a semifinals last season with an all-bird team.
Yeah, the Allbird team, crazy, crazy
Hmm.
craziness. All right, what do we got here? So we did see the safety goggles on the Rhyperior there. Um, Life Orb. Oh, there we go. So Scarf allowing that Braviary to outspeed the Dracloak in game one there, and then Mental Herb. If Steve wants Trick Room, he's gonna get it. Body Press is the fourth move. Is cool there. Uh,
Hmm.
Looks like no Terra Fairies. 3 Terra Grass. Toad School was
Really respecting it, yeah.
useless. Dang.
I mean,
Fast enough to probably one shot it. Safety
it's
goggles,
good
Terra Grass,
breath.
Terra Grass, Terra Grass. Naturally grass type.
Steve really did not want to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy. And brought his own yawn.
Yeah, yeah. Very specially bulky hippopotas too. So I think
Yeah,
it would have
true.
survived regardless if it was a crit or not.
Yeah,
I would have
probably.
to be like multiple misses, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then we've got Braffs as well. Yeah, we're definitely right. Eviolite being on that Toad School. Yeah, you called it with the just lights. This is this is basically a uh, what's it called set, the one that this evolves into. There's so many Pokemon. I'm always
Oh,
blanking on one of them.
now I'm linking on it too.
I know.
Dragapult. Yeah, there
Dragapult,
you go.
thank you. Yeah, this is basically a Dragapult set, except Dracloak. Um, I do like Eject Pack. Overheat is nice. Kind of all it did was, set the tail end, but that's fine. Sometimes that's all you need it to do. I think ideally Braff probably looking to hit the Will-O-Wisp on turn 2 to burn the Ursa Ring and then facade stuff. But
Yeah. Kind of
died
that
to the one shot.
sludge wave on Haunter too is not something you see very often because it hits your own Pokemon, but with Duraludon next to it, I guess that would
Yeah,
make it a pretty useful move.
or we got a Terra Steel here, we got a Terra Rock there, so like
Hmm.
there's some other. We got any protects. No, the only protect on the. This is why you lost, Braff. You didn't run enough protect. No, but yeah, there's just so many good moves now. You just don't have room for protect a lot of the time. Pokemon just
I
get
mean, with
more
this many
good
support
moves.
Pokemon too, yeah.
True, yeah. Like how many? Yeah,
The
how
one that I'm
much
surprised
room?
is that there's no
Yeah,
protect on the Haunter, because normally when you have a Sash Pokemon, having
sure.
protects allows for
Is
like 50-50 mind games. Yeah.
Yep,
But fun match to start us off with.
absolutely. Alrighty, let's take a look at this second matchup here. We got Pancake and Goose. And once again, it's kind of been a top couple of draft picks have been the stars of the show for both of these teams for the most part, right? We've had a lot of success with the Bramblegast, Empoleon, and Kilowattrel out of Pancake. Um,
My
the
question is, do
some
you think we'll ever
competitive
see,
skill
do
swap.
we'll ever, will we actually see Stantler running Mental Herb so that it doesn't get taunted? Because
It
Pancake
doesn't
has
get
complained a
taunted.
lot about being
Yeah,
taunted.
yeah. There's been a lot of taunts targeted at the Stantler this season, and it's basically never had mental herb. So, and Goose has good taunt Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it
Um,
does.
the Passimian potentially running taunt. Um, Tinkaton often has room for taunt or T Wave, something like that.
True,
Misdreavus could
true.
have taunt. Elekid probably gets taunt.
I'm sure even Mightyena could run it too.
Sure, but then you have to have Mightyena on your team,
Yeah,
and that's
it's not very
probably
good
not
into
like
this matchup.
not only is it not really offering much besides like a stab sucker punch into a Bramblegast that hasn't terrored, but like even then, you know, I think Electros gets knockoff, so just do that instead, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, we've definitely had some fun sets out of both of these coaches over the course of the season. Some set Tailwind, Dragon Dance, Sweep, Sun stuff out of Goose. Um, we've had some skill swap competitive a little bit. Empoleon has had some nice games.
Ice too, yeah.
Yeah, Gliscor single handedly winning that set in I want to say week 6. I don't know. I'd have to check my notes, but Wigglytuff being a disappointment as always.
If Trick Room goes up here, Wigglytuff has a couple mons it likes to throw in.
Yeah, I mean,
It could happen.
I, you know, we can dream, right?
One day,
Someday,
one day.
someday we'll ban enough of the top tiers that Wigglytuff
When
will be
Wigglytuff
good.
gets a mega evolution in Legends ZA, maybe.
Or if it just gets like 30 more special, like they've done intergeneration boosts, like buffs and nerfs to stats and stuff. Just give it like 30 more special attack and Moonblast,
Hmm.
and then it's good enough. I don't know. As always, I remain unconvinced about the Wigglytuff, but
One thing I'm
uh,
noticing here is that these are two very bulky
yeah,
teams.
and they've played bulky throughout the season, right?
Hmm.
There's been lots of switches. The Rapska mostly been underwhelming as like a bulk up the whole team by having revival blessing. Like you would think like because like it's mostly not been that great generally. throughout VGC draft and stuff like that. But then you've got this lower tier. Maybe it can shine a little bit more, and it turns out mostly still no.
Yeah, I
But
think it's mostly been for Chick Room, right?
yeah, but like it can do other stuff, right? So it's
Yeah, that's
setting a trick
offense.
room or helping hands, and maybe psychic type is good, so you want to actually attack with it or something like that. But
One thing I'm thinking here is that because Passimian, gets that boost from Defiant, Pancake's gonna have to be a little more careful with the Stantler skill swap, Intimidate into your competitive, because you don't want to be giving your opponent those boosts as well when it takes you longer to set up.
sure, with the Defiant and well, I guess just Defiant on that, but yeah, but just
Hmm.
generally, right? Like Goose can threaten some stuff, and if you're spending all your time skill swapping Intimidate onto your opponent to get those boosts, yeah, maybe you're investing a little bit too much into a high risk play. Um, Pancake does have the overall faster mon, right? Like has the fastest mon around in
Hmm.
kilowatt roll for sure, and definitely going to potentially allow some turn one speed control options. But overall, I mean, you know, Goose has fake out, whereas Pancake's only fake out mon is Meowth, and probably shouldn't bring it. Um,
Hmm.
and it's a slower fake out anyway. Goose has got the follow me support, um,
Yeah.
multiple level levitators to make the Gliscor less appealing. Um,
We've seen it
so
a lot
could
this
kind of
but this
go,
season, but I think Bastodon might also benefit from that Iron Defense body press here too. Its natural special bulk is
yeah,
really
true,
nice, I think, too.
yeah. And there's not a ton of, there kind of are a relatively large number of special attackers, but not really, right? Like Stantler barely counts. Kilowattrel is doing like 2 turns worth of stuff most of the time. Empoleon and to a degree, Rabska kind of being your main special attackers if you want to be doing some special attacking. So yeah, potentially Iron Defense as a real option for Goose here. That Pancake might not have great ways to deal with. Maybe we're gonna throw some burns around and then protect a bunch, or try and poison stuff with skunk tank, something like that. But let's go ahead and see
Yeah.
who's been brought here, and then we'll get this game started. So we got the Kilowattrel Bramblegast. It's basically the top six out of Pancake, and
Seen this a lot.
no
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 Passimian though.
Flygon, no Passimian. Who else do we not have? We have no no Electros either, and then obviously no Mightyena and no
Yeah.
Blossom. But um, all right, let's see how this starts out. We'll go ahead and fire this up here. We got again like a million to get through, so I say get through. We're hanging out. We're watching
Yeah.
battles.
We're in
But
good time.
yeah,
We're gonna see that skill swap strategy
yeah,
maybe like right away here.
quite possibly
Gets taunted.
taunted and no, and
Did
still
not
no
go for the
mental
skill
alert.
swap.
But yeah, just targeting with the Earth power. Got a Terra Ghost
Shadow Ball? Terra Blast. So this
and
is a more offensive Santler, I think, yeah?
yeah, totally. Earth power, Terra Blast. We got Meteor
Got
Beam.
another Meteor Beam set.
Just
And that's an Oko, wow.
well, Kilowatt Drill pretty weak, and it is super effective. So
Yeah. But then again, it is Bastodon. Its
yeah, and
base
it does
special
have like
attack is
yeah
it's pretty pitiful.
12. Yeah, like what, like 60 something or 70 something, like pretty low,
It's
but
like 55, 60,
55
something
or
like that.
60, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly just not caring about the taunt this week. And I got the accidentally paused it.
A second
A
Meteor
second
Beam.
Meteor Beam,
It's very interesting. Okay. Helping Hand
helping hand
boosted.
it. Gonna get another KO. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. We're into a 2v2 here. Last turn of Trick Room. Goose not not concerned with it, but
I did not
oh,
know
gets the
Bastion even
freeze.
got Ice Beam.
Oh, I love the last turn of Trick Room Shell Smash. Goose has done it before. It's nice, although he did click that before he saw Vacuum Wave on the
Yeah.
Empoleon. So
If it has Protect and Bastion can get through Empoleon first, then it'll, help. But other than that, it's just gonna be a target. Yeah, we get the Protect.
yeah, just playing protect on the protect turn, right?
Just burning
And then
burning
you
that
can
freeze.
yeah get your Vacuum Wave, finish it off. Yeah, finish off the Bramble Gas. It's a 1v1, and the Empoleon is looking pretty nice. Oh, almost though.
That was close. I'm thinking maybe if it was targeted down Empoleon instead of the Bramblegast, might have been enough,
On
but
the
freeze is
with
unpredictable.
yeah with the Ice Beam the previous turn, you just live on that 90%, and you lose that 10% of the time, something like that. Yeah,
But very close game one, yeah.
yeah, that was a nice. I mean, kind of playing into the expectation of maybe a skill swap. Are you going to taunt my Stantler? Haha, I don't care. Let me just throw attacks at you. Um, Pancake really playing the long game this season on that one. Mm. Goose saying
Yeah,
the protect on the turn with the 3 protect turn,
mm,
a misclicked protect on the Bastion on that turn. Yeah, if it had
unfortunate. That might have made the difference.
killed the Bramblegast the previous
Hmm.
turn, then Goose can very safely target that Empoleon. One of the two of them gets the damage in, and then body press very likely to get that KO.
Yeah.
So, but that's the game we play. Sometimes we click the wrong buttons. Sometimes we get frozen. Sometimes it's a misclick.
Yeah,
But
and it's
yeah,
not over yet. We have
second.
a
Yeah,
good game
absolutely
two.
right. This is game. That's game one. The second appearance of Meteor Beam Bastiodon this season, with a very cool set. Meteor Beam, Ice
Mhm.
Beam, Protect, and Body Press is nice.
Like if I was facing against Bastion and I saw it use Meteor Beam, I'd be worried about Flash Cannon, Meteor Beam,
Yeah,
obviously. I would not be thinking Ice Beam is a move that it even got. So if I had Glysker out, I probably wouldn't even be checking for that, and that would just be a sudden KO. So I
yeah,
think it's a very cool prep.
yeah. It's nice. Goose with a lot of options for change ups, right? The Tinkaton didn't even come. Gigaton Hammer is good against everything, even water steel types and Grass Ghost. Like it's just so strong. Charizard is a potential option. The Empoleon was pretty strong, right? But if the if the Empoleon could get dealt with, Charizard potentially having a pretty decent time here. So
Yeah, if
some
you get Sun
adjustments to be
Up,
made potentially.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see this next game here. What adjustments are to be made? So we got the Kilowatt Roll and the Stantler again out of Pancake, and we do see, yeah, the two show up that weren't here last time. Own tempo to prevent the Intimidate, pretty reasonable. Overheat, just
Oh
get
wow,
it dead.
that's a just immediate scarfed
Yeah,
overheat.
just get it dead. Knock off the Eviolite. Yeah, I'd take that trade, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
Uh, yeah, definitely Scarf too, going before the Kilowatt Roll.
Hmm.
Uh, Goose potentially making some real plays here in game two. Yeah, basically just getting chip on anything you can. Wait for that Charizard to
Yeah,
get out of there.
just letting it go down.
Gigaton Hammer, yeah, 42% into
42.
resisted. It's
Wow.
pretty nice. Cloister forcing the switch there. Oh yeah, burning the white orb probably a little sooner than Goose would have liked, but also you don't want to be intimidated either, so
Yeah.
probably not too upset with it. Terra
Hmm.
Water, Gliscor's favorite Terra. Uh, and high horsepower. Dang.
That's a very offensive split score then.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, or it's like a fully offensive Tinkaton
Yeah,
with no bulk or something like that, right? So we get the shell smash, and then the mirror herb
follow
to
me.
copy it is rough. Uh,
Ooh,
Flinch at just
that's
the
tough
wrong time
punch.
for Goose, and things are looking not great here now. And yeah, acrobatics gonna finish him off.
Yeah, yeah.
So that second game, and a very uh, commanding performance from Pancake there in the second game. Just says, yeah, things didn't go my way turn one, but I've got moves, and I know, I saw the shell smash on the cloister, so I brought the mirror herb. We're gonna
I mean, once
copy that.
again,
See what these
Gleisker
do.
is like an
Yeah,
MVP. Very good mirror herb. I mean, it just wasn't really threatened by anything that was on the field, and it was just able to rock slide into the follow me. You just take like it out immediately, and then what can the cloister do to you?
yep, totally. Well done to Pancake, and well
Hmm.
done to Goose too. But
Yeah,
Pancake gets to keep
absolutely.
playing. Um, Hopefully we'll maybe get a Goose perspective video to watch. But yeah, Mirror Herb, one being one of the new item, I would say it was like the four cloak and clear amulet being the obvious standout best new items in Gen 9. Then loaded
Yeah.
dice getting a lot of love as well. But I would say Mirror, particularly this season, has been a standout item for people to be bringing.
There was that one game where we had two mirror herbs like proc in the same turn, and it was
Yeah.
just like a minute of stat increases.
Yeah. Let's take a look at these teams here. We got the Cloak of the Kilowattrel. Yeah, there's Goose's video. You can watch it after this. Uh, we saw the Toxic Orb. Love quick attack.
Hmm.
Terra normal quick attack with Facade. That
Yeah.
wasn't just fill a fourth slot. That was a whole mode that we didn't even see. Facade, quick attack, Terra normal. Love that.
Yeah, is that max special attack Stantler? That's very cool to see.
Yeah, it is. Three move skill swap. So still maybe play into a skill swap at some point. Never came up, but multiple competitive mons on the squad.
Mhm.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Other than
Very,
that,
very well played.
nothing too surprising, right? Just like good mons with good moves, and
I mean,
then some.
strength sap on a Brambleghast isn't one that you normally see with a sash, but instead of
Oh,
protect.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then we've got Gooses. Yeah, we got the Thunderwave on Thunderwave rather than a taunt there. We saw the taunt on the Elekid. Plenty of protect over here on Goose's team.
Mhm.
Yeah, could have potentially taken that to a game three if Goose had won that first game, but you know, it
I
happened.
like the Charizard. The Charizard, I think, as the other
Yeah,
Charizard user
Scarf
this season,
Charizard is
I think
nice.
Goose utilized Charizard a lot better than I did.
Don't you
And we
hate
definitely
that
saw that this
when
game.
you draft the same Pokemon as somebody else and they just crush with it, and you're like, it's not. I don't know what to do. What is
I
going
feel
on?
bad
Or like the
because
next or previous season or something like that.
it was
Yeah.
making its way up onto the combined kill leaderboards. And I was looking at the stats and I was like, I've contributed 2 kills to this, and Goose has contributed 9. I need to pick up my slack. Yeah, funny
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I do like the Scarf Charizard Overheat Flamethrower Air Slash Gorgeous Hands. Presumably, it had to be Overheat to like guarantee a KO into the Kilowattrel on just like the
Yeah.
neutral with just the neutral hit, because you got to think you would have preferred to hit the flamethrower rather than that overheat, but
Yeah.
you know. Wild Charge and Ice Punch, the Elekid.
You're very attack focused there too. 252.
True, but generally, if you're going to run the Sash, like, where are you going to put the rest of those EVs anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, there we go.
Awesome stuff. Let's get this next. Let's get this next battle. All right, I'm gonna try and get us cooking a little faster here. All right, Electric and J Star. What do we got? We got the the snow mode out of J Star. Been winning the RNG battles versus Electric, who just hates to lose to RNG. So we'll.
Yeah, those bright
it
powders.
was no item. Wait, I totally missed it. It was no item Tinkaton? Oh, it sure was.
Oh, so it doesn't get poltergeisted.
Yeah.
That is cool tech.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That is very
nice. Nice.
cool.
We did miss that. Good catch, everybody else, and sorry we missed it.
So looking into these teams, obviously that ice type weakness from Hydrapple and Cloudsire is definitely. I mean, and Cloudsire if you include Freeze-Dry, which you definitely should when you're looking down an Articuno.
At Articuno for sure, yeah.
Yeah, definitely threatening. So like you need to have a way to guarantee hitting that. I think Jolteon gets Shockwave probably. I wouldn't be surprised if Electric brings it just for that specific attack to try to
could
2
be,
KO or
yeah.
3 KO. Yeah.
It'd probably be like a 2-hit KO or something like that,
Yeah.
But even so, yeah, that could be a nice way to get around that. Maybe I don't know. Clawitzer doesn't learn Blizzard, does it? Just as a
Maybe. I'm not sure.
but that almost definitely not worth a slot, even if it does, right?
Yeah, I mean this battle's or Electric's whole team has been about speed the entire season, controlling speed from the top end and from the bottom end.
Totally.
And looking at it here, like J-Star's team is very a little bit middle speed and then low end speed for the most part after that. And Electric's just kind of got us surrounded.
Yeah, Electric's certainly bookending on both ends, right? You got these faster Mons and the 110 to 1. I mean, even Pyroar being 106.
Yeah.
Outspeeding, and then you bookending with the Cloudsire at the slow end, and the Slow King is slower than the Hydrapple and the Timber, which could maybe come, but probably not. Even so, like I think I'd rather have the Cloudsire than the Slow King on the slow end in that particular 1v1. So I think Electric's got a good shot at this.
I think so too, yeah. Though I have to support the Lurantis. So if Lurantis is on the field, I just have to root for it. That's the law.
This is some more contrary craziness, then maybe it just goes J-Star's way real quick and snowballs. But all right, let's fire this one up here. And there's battle. Get the next one up here. So yeah, we do see the Pyroar. So the whole faster squad plus Clawitzer and Cloudsire, and then we've got Miss Magius and the Trick Room stuff plus the Hitmonchan and Donphan. So
yeah, let's see the leads.
Yeah, let's see how this one gets going. Potentially a Trick Room lead out of J-Star, or like a Chilly Reception lead, something like that. Get the Articuno in, start spamming Blizzards. Could just be like a double target into the Slow King if something's got a Terra Ghost or a Cloak, something like that. We don't care about a Fake Out on this Hitmonchan. Let's see. Yeah, there's a Terra Ghost, and the Fake Out goes into the Ghost.
Sunny Day Overheat.
Oh,
Oh,
not
just missing
quite
out.
getting there. Not quite getting the KO. Uh, that's either a roll that's like in Electric's favor and they just got very unlucky, or J Star's brain is super big. Because
Yep.
that's not a that can't possibly be a calc that was in J Star's mind, right? Like
No.
Sunny
But
Day Overheat on turn one.
I love the Sunny Day because that's a, another potential counter to those chilly
Yeah, to
receptions
the
so that you can guarantee that
snow there.
Articuno is weaker.
Let's go ahead and keep this moving here. LS making the playoffs, even though they didn't make playoffs. And yeah, we get the turn two chiller reception after the trick room.
Power
See a
anklets. Ooh.
power anklet to go slow. Ooh, love that.
Hmm.
Secret trick room choice scarf. Power anklet. But yeah, water pulse kills it. Close combat is a trade there. Even at -1, the Hitmonchan only taking 75%. Hitmonchan's gonna
Yeah.
go down there. But yeah, these blizzards potentially. Oh, not. Oh, right, not anymore.
Yep.
Dang, just barely leaving again.
Is that banded damage? I'm not quite sure.
Also, not sure. I mean, it is. It's like 125 base attack.
It is.
Um,
Yeah, it's looking especially
doing
defensive, right?
did what 50% to it though. Yeah, I don't know. And we still got the Pyroar. They are the two fastest things, right? So it's going to be a 2v1 with the Articuno in the snow, but the miss.
Yeah, there's
The miss is going to do it.
bright powder.
Yeah, bright
Yeah, if
powder
that
in the snow.
connected, would that have KO'd? And I mean, it definitely would have been close at
Probably.
least.
I
Yeah.
mean, it did 90% or whatever to the or 97% to the Slow King, and the Articuno is weak to fire, so I'm sure it would have killed it.
Yeah.
Unless it was sash it over bright powder or something like that, right? But
Yeah, probably unlikely though
yeah,
that it would be Sash. But yeah, that's game one. I mean, that's
yeah,
why you use Articuno,
yeah.
and that's why you put it
Crazy,
in snow.
crazy bulk on the Slow King plus bringing a Pokemon guaranteed to tilt Electric off is that's a way to win a game one, right? Now,
Yeah.
uh,
Also, we did see in that last turn Weavile going for Ice Charge, so I think that's definitely a choice item because otherwise it would have probably either tried to hit Articuno with something different or.
or a knockoff or something, something
Yeah.
to because it's faster anyway.
Yeah.
Now that the trick room's on, so yeah, choice very likely based on that the second and third ice shards. But let's see this second game here. See how this one starts.
Same leads. Same leads.
Yep, same leads from both.
Terra Fairy.
Not Terra ghosting that time. Roar to switch
Good
out.
roar, yeah.
Multiple plans, right? If the nuclear option doesn't work, try something else. So we got a Terra Ghost here on the Jolteon instead, and Shadow Ball doing enough so that Overheat is getting the KO, and we're just
I'm
going to
starting
trade,
to
right? Yeah.
think that Pyro maybe is that Specs, you think?
Potentially, right? I'm not sure. We can find out for sure after.
Yeah.
We'll take
So
a
I was
look at the
wondering if
base.
that Donphan might have been AV after Shadow Ball did so little.
Yeah, it could have been. Mock punch there, so
Huge Mach Punch.
not sash there, and gets the snow off, gets the Articuno in safely, but not in the trick room. So Thunderbolt still a reasonable option here.
Hmm.
Clawitzer got to worry about a freeze dry, or any attack at this point at 38%. Yeah, just gonna Blizzard. Both living, but the freeze.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Water Pulse. Not enough
Oh,
to finish it off. Dang.
if that wasn't the Hitmonchan, that could have made things very different.
Dang, still not getting the Thunderbolt KO, even at -2 on that Hitmonchan.
Wow.
Dang. I mean,
That
did
Mach Punch
still
was
have to,
huge.
yeah, the Mach Punch and no sash on the Weavile as well. But yeah, it did still have to get through the Slow King, right? But
Yep.
if the Thunderbolt had killed the -2 Hitmonchan, or if the Water Pulse had killed the Articuno at 42%, if it had done that extra 7 there, this could have been definitely could have gotten to a game 3 there.
Hmm.
But let's take a look at the
Yeah, I'm interested to
haste.
see
Yeah,
these
me
items.
too. All right, so we've got specs, so that's
Specs
why we're
makes sense.
hitting the blizzards even when maybe we would have preferred a freeze dry. It's just
And we
4
have
ice
AV
moves.
too.
Look at this. Look at this. Specs, 4 ice moves.
It's like a VGC
What is this? What is this
spread.
coverage? This is like an in-game when I used Articuno as a third grader spread. It's like, oh yeah, I want Ice Beam and I want Blizzard, and well, Freeze Dry didn't exist then, but you know, like my Charizard that had Ember, Flamethrower, Overheat, and Fire Spin or whatever.
We never saw it, but I like the memento on the Miss Magius as a way to kind of control the damage output.
Yeah, potentially. And
Yeah,
we saw this
Hitmonchan was very
you called it
important
on
in
the
that game
Assault
too.
Vest. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with these sort of more bulkier Hitmonchan with the berry too, living
Hmm.
living those thunderbolts that it might otherwise not have. And then we've got an Electrics team here.
There's the
Yeah,
band
Specs
and the
and
specs.
Band.
Yeah,
Called both of those. Power Anklet rules. Love that as a trick room.
that was really really cool. Yeah,
Or of
I'm
course,
sad it
Pulse
got
Dark
knocked off
Pulse
before it could come to play.
got to go first and be a surprise. Yeah, but um, Barry Clodsire, Espeon never came, but Life Orb with protecting some attacks makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like this. I like this Jolteon set. I think this is the set of the team for Electric's team here. Like this
I should
cloak.
say this time, I'd say it's Pyroar. I mean, Pyroar with those specs was doing massive damage to the really high special bulk Pokemon,
In the
especially like
sun, I don't know. I
tearing through the AV on the
I also
Donphan.
bias. I also bias towards supports, just
Yeah,
as like if I'm looking for an MVP, I want most assists in my MVP
I feel
measure.
it.
But alrighty, let's take a look at this next one here. We got Jordan and Camo. So a thing that, well, never mind. We'll talk about that later. But this in on breakers
We have the
and
pastel up, by the way.
in on yeah, I gotta switch to there we go. Sorry.
Yep.
Jordan and Camo Dude. Yeah, Jordan in on breakers, Camo Dude in on Anger Point. Um, I'm not quite sure what to expect out of this one. Both teams have been fun to watch this season. Jordan's had some nice prep. The very scary Poltegeist that ended up not actually mattering. Coughing getting to come in week 7 was nice. Piloswine, maybe stealth, like backbone of the squad. Well, no, that's definitely Overquill. Overquill was the backbone of this squad, but like
Yeah.
Piloswine surprisingly good when it came, and then Camo just living on the Primate Frost Breath plus one or two other strong Pokemon based on the matchup. Riding
Yeah, the
that
Follow
one
Me
to
Magaby.
playoffs. Yeah, Follow Me, cheap Follow Me, fast Tailwind. Vaporeon is good now. Uh, Stantler didn't come a ton this season, or Stantler. Weirdeer didn't come a ton this season, which was kind of surprising to me. I would have thought Weirdeer would have been a much like stronger include on a low tier team, but mostly didn't have to most of the time. Ampharos was pretty nice. Jordan's side, we got the Inteleon as just the fastest thing straight up. Also has the slowest in coughing. Steve pointing out, good call. Just bring coughing. Primeape doesn't matter.
That's true.
None of
I
its
think
abilities
this
do
could
anything.
be a big coughing week, actually. Yeah.
Could be, yeah, potentially.
I think low kicks also has a pretty good matchup here with a lot of low defense Pokemon and some good type coverage.
Yeah, we got sucker punches into the ghost. We got what's it called? First
First
impression
impressions, yeah.
as a potential bring as well. Just decent attack stat and a lot of relatively frail Pokemon, right? So yeah, could maybe see a low kicks come as well. Let's see what we've got here. We got no low kicks.
Yep.
So shows why I'm not playing this season and you're not in playoffs, right?
Yeah, true.
But
Got the Ampharos though.
Yeah, we got the Ampharos in. Doug Trio, Alola getting to show up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
no Magby, that's the big one.
Yeah, no Magby. On Jordan's side, we got basically the 6 Pokemon that he's brought most this season. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this one goes. Looking at these leads, feels like Dodrio probably pretty good into a lot of this team, right? Faster than 178, potentially extremely fast. Not faster than I guess tying the jump bluff, but like faster than everything else. Actually, tying 3. Camo got 3 110 Mons, but none of them are super strong. I guess Frostlass could be a problem if it's like Scarfed or something like that. Scarf Frost Breath probably doing a lot into a Dodrio, but otherwise, I think Dodrio potentially a pretty solid bring here, as well as the Inteleon. Like just the fast Pokemon with like some heavy damage in the back from like the Overqwil or something like that could potentially be a way for Jordan to just run away with this game really quickly before Camo can even, say self-target with a Frost Breath.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see how it goes here. We got oh, look at that.
Well, okay, well, follow me just takes a Frost Breath right towards it.
Sure,
so if you follow me on deck, you don't need to worry about it.
Don't even need to worry about it. But Camo says, "You're right. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna leave my fast Tailwind Mon plus a strong special attacker into your frail team. Ideally for Jordan, this is a motor drive, in which case Ampharos can't really do much because it draws in electric attacks, but Follow Me also going to draw in attacks. Get a Meteor Beam. Big
and a
damage crit +1. Nasty Plot. Dang, that's a turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
We got the crit into the Follow Me. And now we've got Ampharos at +1 behind a Tailwind. We've got Meowstic at +2, but not going first. And we've got Overqwil coming in here. Yeah, this one might actually be over here pretty quickly if Jordan can't stall out this Tailwind.
It's a good protect.
It's a good way to start it off, though, right? Interesting. Ampharos still going last after the Overqwil, so gotta be Scarf there, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably Scarf then, unless it's just a very slow Ampharos.
Sure, unless it's like crazy slow, but times 2 is certainly something. That's
it's a great Rage Powder, yeah. Especially if you can figure out it's Scarfed.
Yeah, nice call on the Rage Powder there to to redirect that poison jab, but then the Terra Blast to just kill it anyway on the Terra Steel is kind of rough. But I mean, you still make that trade, right? Yeah, so Jordan managing to stall this Trick Room or this Tailwind here pretty well, making some kind of rough trades for it, but once again the fastest thing around. So, yeah, the Meowstic doing scary damage, but
Yeah,
even
it's just
so,
too much.
not
For
enough.
sure.
Alrighty, so we do see we see Camo takes that first game, but Jordan definitely in a position to if a couple things go slightly differently, namely not getting crit to death on turn one.
Yeah,
Like maybe that game goes
that
very
always helps.
differently, right? Because then Ampharos can't really use those thunderbolts. It's got to resort to like dazzling gleams, which is not nearly as scary. The Meowstic gets to do more with that +2 boost potentially, and could have had a very different game. So let's see how game two shakes out here. So seeing similar lead out of Jordan and the same lead from Camo. Dodrio in, and with that with the Electivire as well. We just got a kind of slower play. Jordan looking to match a Tailwind. Follow me, crit again.
Another critical hit.
I
This thing is.
I gotta imagine.
It's
that,
running a secret scope lens. Like,
yeah, that's a rough one for Jordan. But hey, I'd ride those crits all the way to the second round of the playoffs if I were Camo.
yeah, at least Tailwind's up though. You can always use the Terra Fire, Terra Blast, and to jump off again.
True. Yeah. Dang, Draw Run not even doing 50%. That's rough.
Yeah,
And
leaving on 11, tough.
not getting that nasty plot makes this Meowstic a lot less appealing as an offensive Pokemon here. Yeah, double protect. Now, if Jordan calls this double protect in some world and takes this opportunity to nasty plot, that would be crazy. But yeah, we just get a Terra Blast, and Camo's going to do some switching. And this one feels kind of over. It's a 4v2, well, 4v3 now, but
Get the substitute up at least.
yeah, got to substitute up. Like Jordan can maybe play this a little slow, but I just don't know how he's going to break through this Vaporeon at this point.
Yeah, that's the one to look out for. Sonic Tantrum takes out the sub.
Well,
No
I mean,
sash.
that's a way to turn a 4v2 into a 2v2. And
Yeah.
living the Shadow Ball is nice. that's a nice one too. But
I mean, we saw Psyshock.
Yeah, Terra
saw
Steel
Psyshock
jump
take-
off, and the Vaporeon
Yeah.
though kind of gonna make it rough for this Inteleon to take another kill here.
If Protect comes out. Razor,
Flings rock.
what was it?
Flung a King's
I guess
Rock.
the guaranteed flinch.
Yep.
Very useful.
Get the speed drop, Terra Blast. Not quite getting
Not
the kill.
enough.
Brutal. And Vaporeon probably gonna get something dead here now.
Especially with
Well,
well,
Tailwind.
Tailwind's up, yeah.
Tailwind, yeah, now gets 2 more attacks before Jordan gets to do something, but get the competitive boost. Probably too little, too late.
Yeah.
Inteleon goes down. Protect, yeah, and the protect at this point is just, you just
Double.
yeah. What
It's
we're
not
gonna
gonna even matter if you get
get the
through
quadruple?
all. Yeah. Because then you'd still have to take down Vaporeon in addition to Jump Bluff.
Yeah, and Jump Bluff is still faster than the Meowstic, so
I mean, I think that second half of the game was very well played by Jordan, but after getting your second crit into Electivire going down turn 1, that's just rough.
yeah, that is a rough one. So that explains why Jordan sent me a third game and said, Yes, we played game 3. You'll see why. Turns out double turn 1 crit Oko means Jordan wants that. Jordan wants that retribution. So we do have a game 3 here.
You know Camo has to at least try again for that same critical
try
hit.
for the triple crit.
It's gonna happen here. We're gonna see the third time come
Just
out.
see it. Meteor beam. Follow me into it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was still like a max roll though, or close to it. I get some. Yeah, it goes down. We do get the nasty plot up.
Oh, now it's
Finishes
Jordan's time for the critical hit.
Yeah, get that crit on the Psyshock. Although the Psyshock killed it at +2 before, so I don't think that crit mattered. In the same way that the other two obviously did.
Yeah.
Brave Bird into a Protect. Psyshock lives because Dragon type Terra.
Stomping Tantrum as your best attack into Meowstick is tough.
Yeah, that's a rough one. And yeah, I think these two are going to clean up this Vaporeon in the 3v1 there. So
yeah,
Jordan getting a little retribution there, saying if this had gone a little bit differently, we at least will get a at least the theory was sound, right?
Yeah.
So we got Jordan's team here. We saw the Fling King's Rock. Overquill did have the Choice Scarf. Loaded Ice Pin Missile and Rock Blast. Lumberry, nice in case of a Sleep Powders. Off the Jumpluff, and then Clear Amulet on the Dodrio with just Tailwind, a couple attacks to protect. We didn't see much of the Overquill because it was choice locked, but we got some Terra Grasses. No goggles on Jordan's team here. Not particularly concerned with the rage powders. We just have more spread moves, right? We got the Icy Wind. Okay, so I guess it's just 2 Icy Winds. I was thinking there was more as I was looking through it, but I guess not. Counter. Counter is nice. If that had gone,
been fun.
That would have been sweet. And then we've got Camo's team. We got the Anger Point with the Frost Breath.
Yeah, Specs Vaporeon.
Specs. I said yep, Specs, like that's not a very unusual move choice for Vaporeon. That's actually kind of sweet.
Specs it was, and it did huge damage like that.
Yeah, totally.
And then Jumpluff running very supportive moves.
Power Meteor Beam. And then a couple of stab moves, Sucker Punch on the Dugtrio. Expert Belt. I always like to see that.
Yeah, it's a cool item to run.
And it was Infiltrator, so that sub would probably not have even mattered on the Inteleon there.
Yeah, without an investment to stop Ball and Puff. If it's low enough, yeah. And most of the turns, I'd expect Jumpluff would probably be Reach Powdering instead. So that, it can just let Vaporeon or whatever's on the field just clean up.
Yep. All right, so we're now into this is Terrestrial Conference, right? We did Aquatic first, Terrestrial second, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, this is definitely Terrestrial because Red Jolt is the one who took me out right before playoffs.
Perfect. So on to Terrestrial. We're just over an hour on that first conference. I think we can tighten the screws just a little bit and be done in that under 2 hours mark, I think.
There's some new additions to Purple's team that were added in, I think, like the last week before.
Week 7 of I think grabbed the Spinnerack, right?
The Strudel,
Strudel, yeah. Going into week 7. Oh yeah, Steve keeping the running calls on matchups for round 2 of the playoffs, with seeded matches prioritizing no rematches means Steve versus Camo and J Star versus Pancake. Thank you, Steve. Truly, truly a man who's paying attention, and also thank you very much. That means I don't have to figure out playoff matchups.
So
Anyway,
Red Jolt has a pretty rain-oriented team. And we've seen it a little bit this season with Jolteon being the primary rain setter. We've seen especially Pink Kirchen uh, just kind of going flying under the radar and then doing big damage with Zing Zap. Just high base attack, very solid defenses, and then just that extremely low speed. Speed is definitely in Jolteon's favor here with Jolteon on the team as well.
yeah, and Red Jolteon has used the Pincurchin when it's come not as a set electric terrain and then hope it does something relevant other than that Pokemon, which I think is a much more like economical and reasonable way to use it, because it's just not that great if that's all you want it for. But yeah, with that Zing Zap, with maybe bring it in a trick room, something like that, to just do some damage is a much more reasonable thing to be doing with it. We also got the contrary showing up again in the Malamar. Purple, I like Purple's team. I still do, but these top mons here especially are just great choices and have been extremely reliable for Purple. So back-to-back Overquill matches potentially, starting off the second conference with another
Yeah.
Overquill.
We'll see if Sinistea can set up and sweep.
Yeah, potentially. All right, we got the battle up here. So we got no Pincurchin, but we got Jolteon, Malamar, Overquill, Swampert, Ludicolo, and the Driftblim. And then we've got Go-Go, Golem, Persian, Poltergeist, Gothorita. Yes, Gothorita, and Blaziken. Go-Goat had some nice matches this season. Blaziken was nice several times for Purple as well. Blaziken was nice for Daddy. I don't remember if Blaziken was also good for Purple very often. But reliable, if nothing else. And Gothorita, excellent support. So let's see how this first one goes here. Excellent classic leads of Persian and Jolteon. Two mons I've used in the past and love to lead with them. Just kind of burn
Yeah,
that
you just
fake
expect
out.
that cloak on the Jolteon.
Yeah, quite likely. The
Terra Fairy, Terra Blast.
Trick Room on the Poltergeist, love that. Often have the weak armor to go fast with Poltergeist, but it gets Trick Room and it's not that fast, so yeah, I also have more memories of Purple's Go-Goat. The Terra Fairy is nice, and Curse Body 30% of the time. Every time, disabling that knockoff. Getting two in a row.
A Weather Ball. Wow.
Dang.
And a critical. I don't think that critical probably mattered from
Probably
that
not.
percentage.
Is it? Only at 22% is probably going to die anyway. But yeah, Purple now in a 4v2 with
And Clear Amulet on the Golem.
2 more turns of Trick Room as well. Oh yeah, that's a nice learn for Red Jolteon. Last turn of Trick Room here. Aquajet doing a lot in the rain, but yeah, Purple just cleaning it up in this Trick Room.
Grassy terrain to set off your own grassy seed.
Oh, nice. Yeah, totally. And this is... So before we finish this up here, Red Jolteon did a nice job of turning this 4v2 into a pretty even... I mean, it's still a 2v1 with a Persian coming in, but
Yeah. and with fake out, that's probably going to close out the game. But
Yeah.
that definitely did bring it back around with the Overqwil. Overqwil's just been a very good
Yeah,
like
totally.
support and attack mon this entire season.
Alrighty. Yeah, well done to Purple. Making a lot of good use of that trick room turns, and then just hammer in offensively. The grassy terrain, I do like that grassy terrain to trigger your own. I mean, it's basically half a body press plus now you have leftovers for a few turns, so pretty
Ah,
decent call there.
I did not even know Grass Pelt was an ability until having brought it up in chat. Yeah, I guess that Go-Go's super defensive.
Yeah. Oh sure, yeah, totally. All right, let me get this second match pulled up here real quick. I actually have to go to the bathroom very badly. I
I'll take that
cannot hold it
opportunity
for another
too.
40 minutes. You talk. Yeah. We'll be back
Oh,
in
I'll
2 minutes.
introduce him. I'm okay for now.
All right, you got it. All right.
All right. Yeah, that was a fun match. I think going into game two, Red Jolt's gonna have to be pretty wary of Trick Room just being up all game and causing problems. And looking at the team, there's not really that many slow options that we're going to see other than Malamar. I mean, Swampert could be on the slower side, and Ludicolo was kind of a mid-speed point, but Trick Room is very effective. So if you can get that up again with Poltegeist, then you're in a really great spot if you're purple. Um, Persian, of course, is always really, really solid supports. Um, I'm wondering if maybe we see Driflin come around this time to try to take care of Poltergeist, though we saw the Terra Fairy, so it might just be that Overquill's the main answer to that. Uh, yeah. Maybe, if we think that Trick Room isn't going to go up, or there might be a way that it gets stopped, Blaziken could be good for the faster side of things, though, of course, you have to be worried about rain going up. Close combat's still obviously very, very strong. And if you're supporting with Go-Goat in grassy terrain especially, then you can cover into some of those water types. I mean, with Swampert especially. Um, Ludicolo is not as much threatened by Go-Goat, but definitely took damage from that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Crushed it. I was listening the whole time. You don't need me. You
Thank
can
you.
run this thing all on your own. I'm with you. Red Jolteon's got to have a way to deal with that trick room. Purple just able to really capitalize on it, and I think maybe Purple having a plan for what is Red Jolteon going to do here. Maybe I'm going to counter plan, right? I'm going to bring double fake out and Blaziken for game two or something, just my four most offensive mons in Blaziken, Golem, Go-Goat, and Poltegeist or whatever, just all out offense, something like that, and maybe catch Red Jolteon on like I don't want to bring my Jolteon because it's not going to get to do much under Trick Room, and then Purple just takes advantage of that in that sense. So some good potential adjustments for both players, and we'll see how it goes here. Fire up this game too.
So it's the same lead from
Same
Purple,
lead from Purple, and
but we do get that Overquill, right?
yeah,
That was the
much more mid-speed, bulk it out type of lead from Red Jolteon, saying basically like, yeah, you're gonna spend a turn setting up Trick Room, but I'm just gonna hit you with two strong attacks, and you're gonna be behind on turn two. So
switch up, trying to predict a fake out. Get a parting shot instead, though.
I'm gonna crunch into the protect. Turn two, just getting some switches.
A lot of switches. Yeah. Oh, Phantom Force.
Love
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, that is cool.
Wonder which probably aimed at what is now the Persian slot, right? Thinking
Yeah.
Thinking the Poltegeist is gonna maybe set Trick Room on turn two, the the Driftblim disappears, then Trick Room goes up, so then Driftblim is going to go later and dodge a second attack in Trick Room, and then attack the Poltergeist, which is a cool play, but maybe didn't work because of that double. Also missed on that rock slide. But yeah, Phantom Force into the Persian slot. Huge damage into the Driftblim there with that rock slide.
I'm wondering if that golem might be banded.
And Terra Grass to laugh at that
Terra
type attack.
Fighting.
Terra Fighting. Terra Blast.
Not banded. Oh no, we saw Clear Amulet. That's right.
Yeah. Acrobatics finishes off that golem. Generally not a sentence that one gets to say, but terrestrializing is crazy. So
you got a critical hit.
Gets that superpower
with a
boost.
citrus, that's actually really good because now you can kill it with one more superpower. Get a little bit of recovery
here. Yeah, just playing around. Roar switches it out. Persian just cycling in and out, keep reusing those intimidates. Crunch only doing 75% there to the Poltergeist anyway.
Snizzing out with Aquajet.
Not quite getting it. Even at -1, it got the crunch defense drop, and then the Aquajet still didn't quite kill it. That's
because of intimidate.
And the stab that it doesn't have because it's not a water type.
Yeah.
As well.
So now Gogo kind of just gets to control the battlefield. Super bulky. The only threats on the other side are physical, so it's, not too worried. It has good recovery. Only taking 38, but a poison.
Yeah. Poison, and the Malamar does get to contrary up here.
But knowing that Malamar is Assault Vest, you can just very safely misclick.
Oh, what an interesting play there. Either a misclick or, predicting a sucker punch, maybe? Wanting to... But, even so...
I think that has to be a misclick for Horror
Yeah,
Mage.
I would think it has to be. It wasn't a timeout.
With that means that, Red Jolteon's in a really good position now, I think.
Yeah, a much stronger position. The Persian's going to get to come in here and parting shot and fake something out here, but
the main thing is, can you take down Go-Go with that gunk shot? Oh, milk drink.
The milk drink.
Yeah, you kind of need a crit to get through here now.
Saving the milk drink for game 2 is nice.
Can Go-Go take down Malamar with +2 defense? Well, there's your crit. Yeah.
There's your crit, and we're going to a game 3.
Yeah. First game through the live.
Yeah, all of Aquatic Conference was 2 game sets. We're into our first 3 game set here. Nice adjustments from Red Jolteon, and yeah, it's just I'm gonna bring strong attackers, and you can do your little switching and setting up and stuff, and I'm just gonna hit you hard, and we'll see who's got bigger numbers, I guess.
Yeah, that misclick into the second grassy terrain definitely decided the game. I think Malamar probably went down otherwise. But if you're Red Jolteon, you have an opportunity. So I think now game 3's gonna be interesting because I think both players are gonna really be trying to counterplay what they saw from each other. I think we're probably still gonna see Elite Persian and Overquill at least, but the other 2 on each side might mix up.
May change, yeah, totally. Let's go ahead and just run it here. No, different fake out from purple. And, man, no Overquill.
How wrong was I? Yeah. I made one prediction and I got it wrong with both sides.
So purple with the Golem and the Gothorita, gotta be thinking I'm going back to some kind of Trick Room play, right?
This is a
Um,
great shadow tag though, because Jolteon does not like to look down at Golem.
True. Yeah. I mean, we saw the Shadow Ball. We do have the superpower here to, Golem doesn't love to take superpowers. Certainly not a +1 superpower next turn. But it
Yeah.
also has the Terra Grass and Protect. We saw, so we gotta get a Fake Out and we get a Charm to boost its
Ah,
attacks.
fun
I
charm
like that.
strategies.
Yeah, who cares about switching with Shadow Tag? We'll just charm our Malamars up and
It's a great protect to bait out the Terra too, because now you
a
don't have to Terra Blast.
yeah, and a nice call from Red Jolteon. I mean, purple protected, but even so, calling poison jabbing into that golem, clearly thinking this golem does not want to be in against this Swampert and this +2 Malamar. It's gonna Terra. It doesn't. It
Yeah.
protects instead, and the Gothorita Terras, but still a smart call from Red Jolteon.
Yeah, it's got to be Trick Room.
Yeah, we get the Trick Room
Helping
up.
Hand.
Rock
Rock
Slide
Slide misses the
miss.
most important target. Yeah.
Yeah, and no flinch, sturdy. It's now at +3 attack. Poison Jab finishing it off. Poison Jab a second time here. Potentially banded? Was it?
I think it just, well,
It's gotta be. Like, there's no
Bandit's
world in which you
doing
don't
that
want a
little
liquidation
damage.
over Poison Jab.
I mean, if you know that, yeah, no, there really is no reason to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Big
it's
damage there.
gotta
It's
be.
gotta be a choice band.
Yeah. It's a nice poison because Gothorita's gonna die this turn now.
Yeah, and we're in a 2v1 here.
Now the 1v1,
So
but
it does
speed
have
control.
Aqua Jet, but yeah, that's not Aqua Jet is not going to get it done.
Unless this defense drop is enough. If it's a high roll into it. Oh, it is.
Oh,
There we go.
whoa!
That's it. The
I
high
didn't.
roll, the low roll into high roll.
Yeah, I didn't think it had a chance. I thought my thought was something with stab and a higher base power, and then Aqua Jet to clean it up. But
I
yeah,
mean, if
with the
Blaziken
close
had
combat drop.
Swords Dance or like Flare Blitz or something, maybe that would have been better so you don't get the immediate drop, but that drop wasn't all it took.
Yeah,
And
wow.
yeah, that was very close. That's a great set.
Yeah, that's a, yeah 39 to 61. Yeah, so yeah, 39% to 61%. So yeah, like an exact uh, like what would that have been, like max I think on both of them to get that two shot with the Aqua Jets. Dang, that's something.
Yeah.
All right, you want to take a quick break? I'll pull up the pace for
Yeah.
a second.
I'll
All
run real
right,
quick.
cool. Sounds good. Yeah, great set. Very very cool to watch. Um, we got all right. What do we got from purple? We saw this full set. The grassy seed with grass pelt. Terra ground is I like on that. Saw everything out of the Persian as well, fur coat as well. I mean, basically all the time. Not really, right? It could be um, what is it? Technician, I guess, but not with this set. You're not going to run technician. The Gothorita, yeah, second Trick Room setter. I really like this Poltergeist set of Mental Herb plus 2 attacks protect Trick Room. It's a nice, solid set. Strong game 1 call as well. No explosion. Steve and Purple are enemies. All Pokemon that can learn explosion should have explosion in Steve's mind. Yeah, I do like the clear amulet though, and yeah, if you got the sash with the speed boost, detect. Coaching we didn't see. coaching on to what? I mean, either of these two other physical attackers here could have appreciated a coaching. Probably not going to coaching the Persian, but boy, that'd make it tough to kill on the physical side if you do. Other than that, yeah, we got some. Yeah, so no swords dance, no flare blitz, close combat and rock slide on the Blaziken means not a ton of solid choices on that last turn other than close combat.
Oh
Rock slide
yeah.
probably not getting it there, but
I guess that was your only option then with coaching.
yeah. And then we've got
That
copy from Red Jolteon here.
that um misclick with grassy
Yeah,
terrain
the
is really
game two
tragic.
misclick is rough. Grassy terrain being the next to each other. Yeah, it has to have just been the unthink. Just hit the wrong button. Oh, they're both grass type moves. Hit the grass thinking it's an attack or something like that. But so we had Ayapapa on Overquill. Red Jolteon says, in case of Final Gambit Squawk, Citrus would have been much better
Yeah.
overall. Yeah, that's a cool call with because the Overquill having higher base HP
Oh
means the
wow.
Squawk can't actually kill it, but it could have been like a switch in, and then Ayapapa gets you that.
The one I'm staring at is the
Health
Never
back.
Melt Ice on the Ludicolo because we saw the Terra Ice first game.
Mm. Yeah, we did. Terra Ice, Never Melt Ice, Ice Beam for that extra 20% there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, charm and
Oh yeah,
contrary.
Sweet Sun as well. What low accuracy? I mean, Gunk Shot.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, I mean basically, I guess is Phantom Force
High horsepower.
90,
I think it's
but
yeah, I think. Oh yeah, Red Jolson has it in chat just for the 100% Gunk
for
Shot.
Gunk, yeah, sure,
I mean, if you don't have a force slot that you really want to run, I guess it's nice to guarantee that you can at least always hit your Gunk Shots.
true, and it's not like Energy Ball would have been doing much for you that the Weather Ball in the rain and Ice Beam aren't doing for you anyway. So
I really liked the charm on Jolteon
yeah,
for that last game, especially that was that
and
was
keeping
threatening,
it
and
for
that made
game three.
Malamar crazy. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's see what we got next here. Oop,
Yeah, I
turn
guess
the
Protect
frame
would
off
be
there.
the other move you could put on it.
True, yeah. Always love to protect. All right, we got Ray versus Bohm.
Mhm.
We got Bohm has been a fun coach to watch this season. A lot of his matches have been very either back and forth or crazy stompings, either from or against Bohm.
Mhm.
The Tatsugiri has been a surprisingly competent part of Bohm's team over the course of the season. I don't think anybody would argue that Serena definitely one of, if not the MVP of Bohm's team over the course of the season. Just having it there just makes fake outs just makes you look stupid for bringing it, or sucker punches, or I mean just priority, right? And Bohm played against a number of prankster this season,
Yeah.
just not having to worry about that, or not having to worry about some other fake out or something like that, letting Salazzle be just do the fake out when it needed to. Serena's been pretty excellent this season. Well, we got this stupid Regirock that we should have banned. The low
Regirock
tier
and
season.
Blissey.
Yeah, Regirock and Blissey. Who
Blissey
would have thought?
Blissey was like a
Skarmbliss in
2-pointer or something like
2024.
that, and Blissey's like the second highest kill leader on Ray's team. It just sits on the field with grassy terrain up with a grassy seed on it, and it doesn't die. And that's the same with Regirock. It just also doesn't die, and it just doesn't even have to iron defense or anything. Its body press will just kill like two-shot most Pokemon.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
so strong. And
Such
I
a
mean,
great Terra user.
Ray's got a strong team too, right? I mean, we got the good terrain mon that was legal. Reuniclus as a unsurprising first round pick. Did Ray have first pick overall and picked Reuniclus? Am I remembering that correctly?
I have no clue. I do not
I don't
remember.
remember either, but it could be. So, I mean, you're kind of right, Heaven. It's not like not that good. I mean, it is that good. It's very good, but it's not. It's probably not actually needs to get banned. I'm just looking at these games through a different lens these days, right? I'm looking for a more fun to watch rather than more likely to win. And Iron Defense is just not as fun for me to watch, so
I
I'm
will
just
say,
not as into it.
at least the week I fought Ray, Regirock was scarfed, and that was a crazy and wild
True.
and fun set.
Yeah.
That was fun to see. So it doesn't have to be one dimensional.
True. Well, let's see how many dimensions it has this week.
Also, Spiritomb is very, very
Spiritomb
tanky
has
and
been good, right?
going. It's one of the premier trick room setters. I feel like this season. Yeah, there you go. On the other
Yeah,
side of
and
the
there
team.
it is. Yeah, we got the Regirock. We got the Reuniclus. So, when you're playing, do you read into the order that the Pokemon are on? Or, like, what order they show up in? Do you read anything into that,
A tiny bit. I
ever?
actually prep my team and then not randomize, but I mix up the order specifically so my opponent will read into mine, but I don't read as much into the opponent's because when I'm getting the match, I'm just not really thinking about it.
Gotcha. So I always put mine in draft order. Like that's the
Hmm.
last thing I do when I'm making a team. Right, I put them in draft order, so that there is not information to be gained. But
Hmm.
whenever I look and I'm like, so Regirock was the first thing that got put on the squad.
Or the last thing, right?
Or
Because
oh
it goes from left to right.
yeah, left to right. So I've been reading it backwards my whole because I have it like from Bohm's perspective, right? The Serena is first and is
Hmm.
on Bohm's left, so Regirock being on Ray's left. But yeah, it's this. This is the order. So I've been doing it wrong anyway. So I've been
Yeah, I think
reading tea
that Ray
leaves.
might also do the same kind of mix it up because I can't imagine Alchemy, Blissey, and Spiritomb as your first three picks are anything more than just like I want the support on my team and I
Yeah,
know I have these attackers coming. So
yeah. We do have Dunsparce and
it does parse is
Doxbun.
interesting.
Hasn't neither one has come a ton. Doxbun has come a couple times actually, but
Fairy
Dunsparce
scarcity has
has
made
not.
it interesting, even if its attack isn't that high. It's still been pretty
Yeah.
decent, I think.
Let's see what's going on here. We got the Dunsparce in the lead actually, and
So
Regirock.
maybe a glare coming out.
Yeah, could be an immediate switch with the Regirock. Whoa!
Wow. Big
Big-
damage. Oh, Serene Grace Rock Slide. That's foul. That's so foul.
Yes.
That thing
Yeah,
definitely has glare too.
the dirty wins count too, Bohm.
We're gonna hope to get Trick Room up here, but it's only a 40% chance. Yeah, no.
Yeah, just flinching.
But Power Whip misses.
Power Whip missing. Yeah, Spiritomb decorating. Get another flinch. Get another flinch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Bohm.
This poor Spiritomb.
My hero, Bohm. Get that alchemy out of here. I am
I feel like I'm watching
unabashedly.
random
Yeah,
battles.
I'm rooting for Bohm now. This could not be going any better as far as I'm
Okay,
concerned.
missed one finally.
And hit the trick room.
Yeah.
Dunsparce,
And yeah,
Ray says, get out
just
of
get
here.
Dunsparce off the
Get
field.
out of here. Oh, 4 flinches. Love
Lots of
it.
misses. Oh wow. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
The decorate definitely helped there.
yeah, +2. And then body press, finish that off. And we got,
So 2v2 now.
yeah, stall through the trick room a little bit. And
Hmm.
then,
That's scary to see.
yeah, that's rough. Still getting the KO.
Oof.
And rock
And rock
glasses. Yeah, I gotta finish it off
it
there.
loaded dice.
Or just hope for at least 3 hits.
I mean, if you're running rock blast, I'd have to imagine that you'd probably run loaded dice. Otherwise, probably just go for rock slide or take your chances with stone edge.
Yeah.
But those those flinches definitely made the first. I mean,
Four
if it didn't miss
flinches.
Spiritomb there, it would have killed Spiritomb regardless of the flinch. Trick Room wouldn't have gone up, and then Boom probably would have taken it from there. But that last one, probably the most important one to hit, because
Yeah,
otherwise Trick Room would have been stalled.
yeah. Ray's last chance at a meaningful move out of Spiritomb, and it got the one that mattered.
Honestly, I think Boom's gonna do it again.
Surely this time you flinched 5 times.
Like the only faster Mon on Ray's team, I think, is probably Electivire.
161. Oh yeah,
And it also might have been a scarfed Dunsparce. We don't know.
probably right. Yeah,
Yeah, it only
I would
used
think
Rock
so.
Slide.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Can he do it again?
Let's see. Oh, let's see.
All right, let's fire it up here. Serena and Dunsparce.
Okay,
Boom,
here we
I'm
go.
doing it again. Ghost. Okay.
Here we go.
Just
Okay,
double
double
protect.
protect. And we're going for it again.
just try it. I mean, that's why you
Terra Ghost
bring
is nice though, so you don't get the focus blasts.
decorate into
Decorate scary.
Plus.
Okay, so we're not scarfed, I think, because Alchemy went first.
So you got the flinch
Maybe we
that
saw
mattered
that.
there, and Power Whip
Oof.
missed again. You just gotta keep hoping for flinches.
Paper two?
And Trick Room goes
No.
up. Okay. But
But you
I
make
mean,
it
if we're
to
gonna
protect.
target the Serena, Dunsparce gets to roost. Oh no, now it's Encore to roost. Oh, so it wasn't scarfed.
Yeah, no. I think that turn you probably would want to KO Alchemy instead. But I think they were probably imagining that there was going to be a Psychic into Dunsparce instead. Wouldn't have mattered because that just KOs.
Yeah, I have noticed that Bohm is occasionally too like over eager to switch and like sacrifice a mon that maybe doesn't need sacrificed. Like bringing that Espeon in to keep the Serena for later, I think might have been a little bit like over eager. I
These
think
power whips
Espeon.
are all missing too.
Yeah, I think out of Trick Room here, that Espeon could have been more successful
Mhm.
um, than the Serena there at the end. But yeah, now we're just in a 3v1, and Reuniclus has got like 700 base special attack now or something like that. After the decorate, just getting to kill
Yeah.
everything with psychics. So Ray's got to be feeling pretty good about that one. But
Fun strat to see though, Boom.
if if I've ever rooted for anybody while doing some stream, it was Bohm to just flinch forever. Should have run Thunderwave on something too. Just
Yeah, double down on it.
double down on it.
Kept with the glare
Paraflinch,
burst.
baby. Yeah, or
Get
glare
this
first,
Salazzle in there
something.
to fake out too.
Oof. All right, what do we get?
Or
What do we got here for these teams?
yeah.
Uh, this is the last one. All right, so we got. So we did have a cloak on Electivire. So the Electivire could have also come in and just not cared
Yeah,
about
not
it.
cared.
Right? Then we've got Razili Berry on the Spiritomb. Poltergeist Snarl. We got Resto Chesto on the Regirock.
Yeah. So I guess Rock Blast was just I'm gonna hope to hit
Yeah,
more
just
times than I miss.
hope for at least 3
Yeah.
generally, and trust in Curse to get you that extra offensive uh, output that you need. Yeah, and curse for some defensive output as well. You just got HP and Spadaf there. Yeah, Heaven shocked Rock Blast without dice, and
Yeah,
then
Decorate was huge here. That just unleashed Ranunculus.
multiple roosts. Roar on multiple Mons as well. Espeon with Roar, and Doxbund with Roar. Okay, so we had Toxic as a just hope for flinches and stall with Toxic. Salazzle never coming. I think there was probably an occasion like a time. The Reuniclus was like very scary though, right? So maybe Salazzle is tough to justify, but we have Miracle Seed just for the extra boost there on the Power Whips that just missed anyway. But
Yeah, it's tough.
oh, we got Poppin in the chat now. Hey, Poppin. Yeah, this is some nasty stuff here. We got roars, roosts, serene grace rock slides, body press everywhere. This is certainly a paste. I always have to look under my microphone where I have it for me to change my scene to what's visible here and what isn't. But all right, so we got 2 more. Can we do 2 more in 15 minutes?
Think so.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think we
we
can
can
do
speed
it.
run.
Well, we don't need a speed run, but we can keep it a little more tight. All right, so Sly and Tsukaba. Sly tried for the undefeated season, lost in week 7. Tsukaba had a fun season to watch. Did some crazy stuff. We had the Trailblaze into weakness policy Carbank in the last week there. That was crazy to watch. Sly doing some moody Power of Alchemy stuff during the
Yeah,
season.
coaching Rhyperier's just been dominant throughout all the
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
All weeks.
And yeah. So many roars on the main way to stop Trick Room was Rock Slide. Hey, we live for it. Wug Trio's been all right for Sly as well, just on raw speed. Thrown the occasional triple dive out to some success. But yeah, I mean it's the aquatic division Rhyperior show, right? Does Tsukaba have ways to deal with Rhyperior or not? Is basically what this one's going to come down to. And I think the answer is probably, right, because like
Yeah.
solid Mon choices to potentially for whether it terras or not in the Breloom and Blastoise and Magmortar.
Or Camerupt, yeah.
Or Camerupt, yeah, not Magmortar. Camerupt. Magmortar's the Magmar evolution. There's so many Pokemon.
I mean, Rhyperier's weaknesses are really exploited here too, because even with its lackluster offenses, Frostlass can be doing big damage in addition to supporting, just because of the ice type weaknesses there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got another potential fun one. Let's get the battle up here and get the battle on. All right, what do we got? We got Yeah, Mega Carbink, Frostlass, Blastoise, Breloom, and Camerupt. And then we got Riolu, Rhyperior, unsurprising, Exeggutor, Muck, uh, Scovillain, and Electros out of Sly. Fired up here. Trying some moody nonsense, maybe? Or just. I mean, also, Muck is just like a good, reasonable Pokemon to bring a lot of the time.
Hmm. Immediate
Oof.
water spout, huge, huge damage, and you have Tailwind up too. There's not much you can do this next turn.
Yeah, Blastoise getting two full strength water spouts, pretty rough for Sly, and not necessarily the ideal power of alchemy
Yeah.
copy
Oh,
in
I mean,
Levitate.
even resisted, just dealing so much damage to Rhyperior.
Yeah, and last turn of Tailwind here, anything with Protect on Sly's side probably going to protect, but if not, even 25% Water Spout still maybe kills the Rhyperior at
I think at that point you
16%.
probably use Ice Beam if you're not locked in, right?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, a good point. But yeah,
But I think it is locked in, yeah.
yeah. If nothing
41.
else,
Okay, it's probably specs.
yeah, probably Specs. But if nothing else, Sukaba looks locked in, even if he actually isn't. Which is nice. Yeah, with that switch, it's got to be locked in, right?
Yeah.
Mach Punch gonna clean this out. Living the Burning Jealousy is nice,
Hmm.
and
Get the attack boost now, though. And crit through the defense
crit.
boost.
How's your moody taste, Sly?
That was pretty decisive from
Yeah, that
Sukaba.
that was a decisive game one from Sakaba for sure. Um, what so adjustments Sly wants to make? Don't let Blastoise just attack with three full strength water spouts before
Yeah,
pointing
how do you
attacks
how do
at
you
it.
stop how do you stop the Tailwind water spout from coming out? You have nothing that really, I mean, if it's chloroph no, it's moody,
Does
so you can't
Riolu
even sunny
get
day
taunt? It probably taunts, right? Prankster taunt.
if it has it.
Yeah, if it gets it. If I don't know, maybe something that didn't come is scarfed
Sunny day
or
chlorophyll on Executor if it has Terra Fire could take out Yamega, but then you're sacrificing it immediately.
yeah. I mean, also
It's
right. You
tough.
you bring your Exeggutor that resists it. Your Terra Dragon Rhyperior was still taking two comfortably, and hit it with a Supercell Slam. There are ways to deal with his water spout, but certainly a commanding game one from Sakaba.
Yeah.
Here I
I mean,
am,
if I'm
solve
Sukava
this problem
here,
or lose.
I'm not gonna mix it. I like with how well it went game one, I'd probably use the same lead game two. And if I need to mix it up mid game, I can. But just as a
Yeah,
lead, your options are phenomenal still. So
yeah. I definitely think it's on Sly to make adjustments in this lead in game two, rather than Sakaba. I'm with you there. What do we got?
so maybe Sunny Day, maybe.
Yeah, Prankster Sunny Day potentially. Yeah,
Oh,
Sukaba
Frostlass.
making an adjustment. Here, just bring the Blastoise in here. Whoa!
And no
Just kill it.
Sash. This
No
is Eviolite, that's
sash. I
right,
saw
yeah.
saw the Eviolite and not using a prankster move at all. So just
Yeah,
down one on turn one.
that's really
Um,
rough.
we'll see what this Rapier does. Heat crash. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. No
Yeah,
tailwind going to go up.
it's not the
But
worst.
Blastoise and Frostlass, both the two fastest things.
And that Dragon Tear is now not helping you
Yeah.
because the Ice Beam's still hitting hard.
And yet we're still in. I mean, it's still a 2v2, right? Like they have
Yeah,
just
it is.
both taken KOs every turn, um, and both sitting with solid offensive capabilities, right? The Bullet Seed. We've got how many hits we're getting here? Four
Or
times. An Ice Beam, not 60%, but
oh,
bone
and the Para.
paralysis is going to be rough. And yeah, double target into
Oh,
the
yeah.
Blastoise. Breloom going to get one,
So
And
now you gotta see Sash. So
Sash.
can Breloom kill?
So Bullet Seed as its best choice. Only 2 hits.
No.
Bullet Seed over
And
Mach Punch there? I don't know.
if it gets five, okay, I don't think Mach Punch kills. So I think you have to go for a 4 or 5 roll
Four
Bullet
or
Seed.
five. What
Yeah.
Bullet Seed and Mach Punch is all we saw both games, I think. So, yeah,
Yeah, Sly adjusted. Blastoise not being out turn. Well, the immediate switch turn one I think hurt Sukaba because then you just get less to do. But I mean, you take out the Riolu right away, which is really good
yeah. Killing
overall
that
trade.
real it was nice, but like it's also kind of a rough trade, right? Losing the Yanmega
Yeah.
on turn 2 to the Heat Crash is kind of rough as well. So, um, but a fun game to watch, particularly in the context of after watching Game 1. Uh, let's Evan, where are your dice?
Yeah.
All right, so we got another Game 3 here. We got Electros, Scovillain, and Breloom Blastoise. So both players making some adjustments here. Dang, 2/3.
Terragrass.
And
It's
yeah,
a great
Terragrass.
Terra.
Finish off the
Muddy Water
Scovillain
over
there.
Water Spout is honestly surprising. But
Yeah, I
maybe that
guess
accuracy drop is gonna do it.
maybe thinking, I don't know, maybe like overthinking, like a double target or something like that. Maybe the Blastoise isn't that fast, and it was relying on Tailwind, and to guarantee Water Spouts, and then if Sukaba doesn't have the Tailwind up, then Water Spout is maybe not where it wants to be. But Acrobatics down to Sash, yeah, I mean that's always going to do that. Ooh.
Ounce. Ooh, that is some cool tech.
Pounce, Muddy Water, slides in a 4v1
With
Bullet
no
Seed.
Terra. Yeah,
Who needs
that's
dice?
it.
Just
Wow.
just do it, dang. Oh, Sly had the wrong ability on something. Wonder which one it was. Maybe Lightning Rod instead of Solid Rock on the Rhyperior. I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely would make some difference.
I don't know. We can see the paste here. Shut up. Here, we'll get this. So we've got.
No, you got Solid Rock.
Oh, this is the wrong ability.
That's really rough.
Steadfast over Prankster.
Oof.
Because this is yeah, that's game changing right there.
Though, I mean, Sly still won game two with Ryu gone immediately. So, in the end, not the most impactful thing, but that's rough because that means you don't bring it game three.
Yeah, which then you're bringing Exeggutor as your fourth because, I mean, what did Muck do for you really?
Yeah.
But yeah, a prep mistake made it a non-game instead of a. I mean, it won game 2, but you can't bring the Riolu in that third game if it doesn't have you can't bring this set without Prankster. So
Yeah. Well, fun set and very well played by Sukaba.
yeah, fun one to
Definitely,
watch. And then
definitely
we
excited to
had
see them the next week and
love this
maybe after that.
wide
Wide lens always
lens
good.
with triple axle Poltergeist Will-O-Wisp. I'm not missing. And then we had Charcoal with a couple of fire type moves and an earth power, just stabs and a little extra damage there. Cloak on the Yanmega.
Yeah.
The Terra Steel ended up, because of that heat crash, ended up not being that much of a difference. But if it had just been, rock slides for ways to hit Yanmega super effectively, Steel's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely no Spore on this Breloom. All
So
offense.
saving the pounce for the last game was really, really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. No sun for chlorophyll, so your Exeggutor is way worse as well.
Yeah.
Then we had Iron Defense, Body Press, Trick Room, and Protect on the Card Bank. Yeah, just specs and 4 attacks there on the.
I'm wondering why the Hydro Pump over maybe like a Terra Blast to get the Terra Grass, because I mean with Muddy Water and Water Spout, you're not going to be often single targeting with it. But I mean, we never saw it come into play anyways.
Yeah, I'm probably with you in that I would probably not have ran Hydro Pump. I just am I'm skeptical of Hydro Pump generally anyway.
Yeah, 80% is rough.
Yeah, 80's rough. I have no problem running 90s. Like I'll run play roughs and
I have a problem running 90s
poltergeists
after
all
this
day.
season.
But yeah, 80's rough. Yeah, also had eruption. So just
Yeah.
spread damage, HP based attacks for days. All right, so we're not going to make it quite under 2 hours, but we do have only one left to look at here.
Yeah, final battle or final
It's
set.
Keith versus Poppin. The
That'll
double
make one
water
set.
absorb versus double levitate. I mean, it was not Keith's team was not a double levitate team, but definitely not in the way that Poppin's team was a double water absorb.
Oh yeah,
team.
yeah, absolutely. I wanna draft Weavile in the future because after just seeing it this season and how threatening it is to build against Weavile, just seems like such a fun mon to use.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used Weavile. I did have Sneasel. I picked up Sneasel in free agency in season 1 on like week 6 or whatever. We ran longer seasons then too, so I had it for like 4 weeks. I had it with Terrakion. And it was just like, yeah, for beat up, but also just for fake out, and it was a reasonable like physical. It was like an ice type Pokemon. Like it just is good, and Weavile mostly does, Sneasel stuff, but better, except Sneasel has better abilities. Yeah, Weavile. I love Weavile as well, and can be doing good stuff here, right?
Yeah,
Super effective into a lot of these mons. Executor, Clodsire, Meowstic, Braviary, and being fast, having that fake out, plus offensive pressure. Like it could be a problem for Poppin, who's generally tried to play a more long term and like methodical, lots of 2 and 3 hits, just stay alive, keep my guys healthy type of game plan. Whereas, Keith has more like potential for immediate offense, right? Earthquakes out of Flygon, maybe a Draco Meteor out of Hydrapple, something like that. Maybe we're Dragon Cheering it. I don't know if does Flygon gets Dragon Cheer, so maybe we Dragon Cheer the Hydrapple. I don't know. It seems like everything gets Dragon Cheer, even though that's not actually the case. But
just most dragons.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's mostly
there are
just
only
dragons.
a couple non-dragons. Charizard actually gets it, but I never got the opportunity to run it.
Yeah, Charizard, Salazzle, a couple others. But anyway,
yeah, Keith's got the speed on both ends, just like Electric's team. I mean, Weavile and Hydrapple are shared with Electric.
Yeah.
Poppin wants to be staying on the field for longer. We have Intimidate from Gramble. Gramble's been a good Pokemon this season too. It's been doing big damage and been really useful support with Intimidate.
When there's not a lot of good fairies, a mediocre fairy becomes a good fairy.
Yeah.
And yeah. So Steve just said, "Sure hope this Braviary pops off," which makes me think maybe Steve's already seen the match or something, and it does. I don't know. But,
either it pops off or it just does nothing. You never know.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here?
Let's see it though.
So
Braviary is there.
Is there? We got the double water absorb, Ampharos, Gramble, and Kingdra, and no Hydrapple out of Keith is interesting. What else do we not have? Um, no, no Berserker. No Lantern, not that surprising. But the Venomoth is cool. Haven't seen Venomoth much this season.
Yeah, it gets what shield dust, right? So doesn't really have to worry about fake outs. So it's only
Yeah,
fake
it's
out here,
gonna
scramble.
Rage Powder probably, and then
Yeah. Or, it could just run tinted lens and quiver up. Never know.
yeah, potentially could be decent against this six specifically. Whether
Yeah,
whether Keith actually brought that or not, but
we'll see.
yeah, Ampharos Meteor Beam crits to win it. All right, what do we got here? So we got Power Gem not doing much. Triple Axle definitely not going to do much against this Terra Steel. Set the Rain and Freeze Dry. All right. So yeah, Papa just kind of saying, I'm just gonna play for a longer game here. Yeah. Freeze Dries, like, does it not have a water type option? Oh,
I
I
gotta
guess you
imagine if
don't.
you set up rain,
Yeah,
you
I guess maybe
probably
it
want
doesn't
one.
want to be surfing next to Braviary, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So
So there are the surfs.
there's
Yeah,
some
big damage
surfs
there.
helping hand. A weird early game from Poppin, but just kind of getting into the rhythm of what has made this team successful.
Trick Room goes
And
up. Well, I wonder if that's a slow Flygon, because if not, then Trick Room's not really helping it much. Because, one freeze dry and you're down.
yeah,
And now it's a 3v1.
yeah, we got the freeze dries. We got well, we're gonna miss with Draco Meteors, but there are ways to hit this Slow King.
And the Psychic into the in Lapras just to kind of check for its EV spread at the end there.
Yeah, just trying to get a little more information, but yeah, get the rain up, get some attacks in, get Trick Room, or well, the Trick Room was set by Slow King, and Poppin basically just doesn't care, right?
Yeah.
It's with this Lapras getting healed every turn. It can just take an attack or two every turn and just kind of shrug them off. But
Yeah,
game two here.
I'm Keith, I think, and making sure Lapras doesn't get to just sit on the field is important. So maybe Sleep Powder from Venomoth, so you can just kind of ignore it, or just go for like a quick knockout if you can. I mean, it's so bulky though.
All right, let's get this second one up. So we got the Lapras. We just got the double water absorb lead, and yeah, we got a Venomoth as well.
There's one Sleep Powder. If Freeze Dry is interesting, because I'd imagine it would have like Sparkling Aria or Surf or something that you'd rather hit.
Yeah, so
Unless it's predicting the tear grass, I guess.
helping hand and freeze dry out of this Lapras. So weird. I agree. Weird plays out of this Lapras from Poppin. And successful game one, but
I think that's Tinted Lens with that much damage and the throat spray.
I think
Absolutely.
so too. And two throat spray, and we've seen two stab attacks because we saw
You got to
Psychic.
freeze.
Oh no, we didn't see. We saw Psychic out of the Slow King, so we've seen Bug Buzz. And yeah, we got a freeze, and this Lapras just chilling.
Slowking going down there is actually really good though, because now we've all threatens fake out. You can fake out and you can sleep powder. Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. But Lumberry,
maybe Rest is a fourth move. I don't. You wouldn't run Rest on the Surf Water Absorb team though.
no. I mean, I don't. Yeah, rain's down, which is huge because now you can take out the Kingdra.
Papa says because it's fun. That's why he's Still selecting freeze dry. Although I suspect maybe it's the only attacking move at this point, right? We've seen Rain Dance, Helping Hand, and Freeze Dry. There might not be another.
Turn one wake up is rough.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. If you can't get the Kingdra out, I think maybe switching Weavile out so you have another fake out online at some point, but maybe this thing can
Huge damage into
put
that
the
Terra
pressure.
Dark. How does that
Yeah,
feel? Okay, now we're
now it's
into
a
like a
1v1.
1v1.
Yeah. If freeze dry is your only move, then you're not gonna be doing that much damage,
You're gonna
which
do
looks like it is.
nothing. Terra
Oh, it's stick
Ice.
pat too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's Keith's game then.
Yeah, it just needs to not get frozen.
Well, it's nice. Well, can ice type ice types can get frozen, right?
Oh, I don't know actually. There's so Pokemon's very complicated, but yeah, Keith wins that one on a Terra Ice Giga Brain play.
So what is Labras's last move?
Yeah, I mean we saw the Lumberry, so my first thought then obviously goes to Rest, but
If you're
multiple
using,
Surf and Water Absorb to heal.
yeah,
Yeah, like you don't need that. So what is that fourth move?
like I'd imagine you'd rather run safety goggles over Lumberry if you're just worried about Venomoth. So I think it's probably is rest.
It's a, yeah, we'll see if we
Yeah,
find out.
I
I
guess
mean,
so.
we'll see the pace eventually, but all
Yeah,
right, we got another game three here.
yeah, exciting. Yeah, same. Well, not the same leads, but
Sing maybe, just for dirty rub-ins or something. I don't know.
Terra Water Surfs with Helping Hands. Ooh, big
Big
crit though.
damage on a crit. Yeah, that is big.
This is gonna do
And
just over
no,
half.
yeah, no rain dance means the Slow King's still in a nice position.
Ooh, it's a great psychic too, because it
Yeah,
covers for that switch.
and yeah, we got this Vanomoth at +1 again after the throat spray.
Oh,
Living
the
on
fake focus
1%
dash.
is nice.
Say goodbye to Trick Room. Tinterlin's not quite enough to get it out though. And the high horsepower is gonna bring it down super low.
Another clutch live.
Yeah.
And yeah, this Lapras can't kill both Pokemon, so the Venomoth is going to get to do something else here.
Rage
Powder with
Powder's
the Surf is kind
curious
of
there
pure.
because
Yeah, like you've
Surf
seen
is
the
gonna
Surf,
come out.
Keith, and now we're
Maybe
gonna
there was
do a
no.
3v1.
Well, actually, I'm not sure why he just didn't bring out Weavile instead of, or
Oh,
whether they
so
didn't bring out Weavile instead of Grumpig.
okay, so over here in the uh, over here in the the chat of the match, Keith thought the Rage Powder would grab the Helping Hand
Oh,
to, but I guess that's still not really advancing his game plan.
yeah.
But
Terra Water in rain, anyways.
Maybe the Grumpig doesn't die then and gets to finish off the Kingdra, something like that.
Maybe.
But I don't know. But yep, Poppin
Yeah.
takes it
Oh,
out
Rain
there.
Dance was the final move. No, it was Protect. There
Protect
was a
is the
Protect the
fourth.
entire time. Like, I never got clicked until the very end.
And
Yeah, Kingdra pulled its weight, like, seriously. Was just a monster this entire set, which means that Poppin's moving on.
all right, so what do we got here? Yeah, Poppin's moving on. No, we did have fake out on the Weavile.
Hmm.
Scarf, which explains the second and third power gems there in that first game out of
Yeah.
Vegas. This was a week for choice items, I'd say.
It was. I mean,
Choice specs specifically.
if I remember correctly, I think Keith ran choice specs on Grumpig versus me, like in week 3 or week 2, whenever it was. Um, Definitely been using this Grumpig offensively, which is, always taking you a little bit by surprise because it's not a mon you really expect to do much other than set Trick Room and support. That
Yeah.
is cool to see.
How
I
about
like the
this?
Venomoth.
Tinted Lens Throat Spray, 1 attack. Just instead of investing into attacks, just boost it, and everything is at least neutral.
Yeah.
And then you can just still be a good supportive Rage Powder and Sleep Powder.
I'm
Cheap
wondering
bug.
why Terra Poison on Venomoth? It's not giving you any offensive benefit. It's not really giving you defensive benefit either. They're better defensive Terras.
Yeah, I think maybe something like grass or water, something, because I mean, you've seen, and Clodsire has come a lot, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. And then we got this Lapras set. Sure is something. Freeze Dry is the only attacking move.
That was surprising.
Oh, I missed
But
Rocky Helmet entirely. Did it ever get hit with... It must not have got hit with a physical move. Yeah, it got bug buzzed after it was Terra, and maybe...
Yeah, that Kingdra
something else, but...
cleaning up with Surf.
Yeah, it was just too much for too long, and the Lapras that just couldn't die.
Yeah.
Magnet with Thunderbolt and Discharge is nice. Another choice, yeah, we got choice bands. We had all 3 choice items in that set between the 2 coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, well, that does it for the week 1 of the playoffs. Not quite in under 2 hours, but we got through it. We did all right, and
yeah, had a good time.
Yeah, good to have you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everybody that was been hanging out watching these battles. Wait, was the Braviary set awesome and I missed it?
There was Hurricane on it. I saw that, and I for a second thought that's strange because it's physical, and then I just didn't think about it.
Hold on, I need to...
Yeah, it had Hurricane, Tailwind, Whirlwind, and Rain Dance. Which is fun. I mean, Braviary's base special attack, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's not very high. But if you're going for Rain, yeah, it's fun to do.
Yeah, that's something, all right. But, all right, well...
Sheer Force Hurricane, too. Wow.
That'll do it for this evening. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and thanks for co-hosting Firefalls.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a good time. You got any words of wisdom, parting thoughts?
Trying to think of something clever, but nothing's coming to me. You know, sometimes in life you're the Sheer Force Hurricane Braviary that thinks is going to do much, and then you just get to use Rain Dance.
Sometimes you're the Rain Dance Braviary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, drink water. It's fucking hot out there, everybody. Yeah. Whoa.
Water.
Man. All right. We love